what they're aiming for. It is through! They certainly can! It was magnificently struck by Darijo Srna. What a start for Croatia! What a start for Zlatko Kranjčar, and what a start for Darijo Srna.
What is going on, everybody, and welcome to another Informed Player Review. And today we're going to be looking at a fresh new Team of the Week Informed. That is Darijo Srna. I'm not quite sure how you pronounce it. His card looks incredible. He's only an 81 overall, but his base card stats are so well rounded. You're looking at 74 pace, 75 shooting, 91 passing, 78 dribbling, 84 defending and 80 physical. I paid 32k for him. He's probably going for a little bit less than that now. We can have a bit quick check actually. I saw a few up late last night for about 26, 27k. He's actually going for about what I paid for him right now. But if you were patient enough, you could easily get him for like 25, 26k. Not the most desirable player, but nevertheless, someone that's really solid. He's 5'10" at right back, which is really, really handy. That's good for getting those the back post headers out, because you know, you don't want someone too small, in my opinion, for that. He's got 3-star weak foot, 3-star skill moves. He's got high work rates, which are sort of a blessing and a curse at the same time. And for me, he played 5 games, got 3 goals and 2 assists. Assist-wise, he should have had a lot more, because his crossing, lads, is absolutely sensational. We'll talk a little bit more about that in a second, but let's have a look at his in-game stats. Now, I've got some of his more impressive ones written down on the old stat pad. His impressive ones to me: 88 aggression, 89 vision, 93 crossing, 92 curve, 93 long passing, 92 interceptions and 89 short passing. In short, lads, he's very technically gifted, but I do think he's a bit wasted at right back now. I'll explain a bit more about that in a second, but as far as going forward's concerned, he's got fantastic passing, he's got fantastic crossing, his shooting isn't too bad, his finishing's not the best, but he's a right back, so that's sort of to be expected. But defensively, he reads the game really well. He's not the strongest, but he's not the weakest at the same time either. But the problem for me was I was trying to get him forward quite a lot, and he's got high work rates, which means he'll get up and down the field really, really well, but he's not got the greatest stamina. I'll say it's not the greatest, it's still like 85, 86 I believe, but when you're doing as much bombing up and down the field as he was for me, he seemed to get tired really, really quickly. It's like the 86 stamina wasn't right, it didn't really reflect it for me. But another drawback you will have noticed straight away is his pace, and it is a massive drawback really, because 74 pace at right back is nowhere near good enough. If you've only got that much pace, you need to be really strong and really tall, and he's neither really. 5'10" is a decent height, and he's not weak like I mentioned, but it's not enough to compensate for the 74 pace, because bearing in mind at right back you're going to be coming across Marco Reus, you're going to be coming across Neymar, you're going to be coming across Ribery, Ronaldo, and he just hasn't got enough about him to defend against those kind of players. But negatives, like I say, his defending, it's just not what you want it to be. He's got the decent stats in those areas, but his lack of pace just kills them all off, to be honest, and it is a bit of a shame. Going forward, however, he is a different story. I mean, his crossing is fantastic, like I already mentioned. That's what you want to do. You want to get him to the byline, cross it in, because I actually have people in my team that didn't have 50 pence heads at the time. He would have got so many more assists, because his low crosses, his high crosses were always finding men. It's a shame we just couldn't get more assists for him. But one thing I will say, it is an absolute shame, really, that he's in a CDM card, and look at his stats and everything I've just said about his passing. He's got great interceptions, he can read the game well. I mean, if he was at CDM, he would be an absolutely phenomenal player, but it just seems like he's a bit wasted at right back, to be honest, because of his lack of pace and the fact that he hasn't quite got enough about him to see off the wingers at most occasions. But that is going to bring the end of this player review. Like I say, we're going to be giving Srna a 7 out of 10 of all his positives. His crossing is fantastic, his passing is fantastic, his movement and his reading of the game is also really, really good when he is back there. But at the same time, his negatives, his hybridity, I've just made that word up because, you know what I mean, he's difficult to link with anyone, because the Ukrainian league is only Shakhtar. Croatian isn't the easiest to link to, and yeah, that's a bit of a shame. His pace is obviously a massive drawback, the biggest drawback for him by an absolute mile. And also, I mean, like I say, his lack of strength. I mean, he hasn't got bad strength, but it's not enough to compensate for the pace. His pace is the biggest drawback by a country mile, and like I say, if he was a bit quicker or at CDM, it would be an absolutely outstanding card. But as it is, he's getting a 7 out of 10 from me. Was it worth picking him up? Probably not, to be honest. I mean, unless you've got some sort of Shakhtar team or Croatian team, then there's always a lot better out there, in my opinion. So, yeah, I wouldn't advise getting him unless you can get him for the cheaper end of the deal, I suppose, for a lot close to 20k. Possibly be worth it then for his set pieces and his free kicks, all that kind of stuff. But that is going to bring the end of this review. Give a thorough thumbs up on the video and subscribe to me. That would be absolutely awesome. And I will speak to you all next time. Nidge out. Hairpin. I don't know if you quite class this as a hairpin, but it's a pretty sharp right-hand turn. and then into another very short left-hand turn. Around that little section, we seem decent, but if